So Megan,
Yes.
we're in the middle of a drought. What's it like working in California?
Wow, surprisingly, we're flooded. No, actually, we have a really great location because everything's all together, and it makes shooting really fun because you don't have to travel distances, and it's all right there, and you feel really a part of it. The only problem is when they start getting flooded, and we've got that problem. I mean, it's thank God for the rain, but just stop for just a couple days, please, and come back later. And I feel like a hypocrite.
Great, yeah. Is that the noise we hear right now?
Yeah, that's the rain. It's a lovely sound, isn't it?
Okay, and where are we shooting here? Do you know what this used to be?
Yes, we're shooting downtown LA, and it's called the Bingo Building. And it used to be an old brewery, but it's empty now, very empty.
Great.
Except for the few pigeons that fly around on the top.
Great. Okay, you've had a lot of roles working for Full Moon. What's it like being a hero now?
It's kind of nice. I've grown to like it a lot, actually. The thing about being a hero is that you have a lot of expectation on you. You have to be the good guy, and sometimes it's more interesting to be the bad guy. But I'm beginning to find that Alex, in particular, has a lot going on.
Not over here. What's your favorite thing about being a hero?
My favorite thing about being a hero.
You can say that.
Is that everybody gets.
You can answer it. You don't have to whisper yourself.
Okay. My favorite thing about being a hero is that I get the applause at the end. No. It's nice. What's nice about Arcade is that Alex is the unexpected hero. It's the last person you would think to save the day, because she's got a lot of problems and she has to come to a lot of realizations in herself. She's very timid and shy and very messed up after her mother's suicide. So not only does she have to overcome these fears and this guilt she has built up in her, but she has to also save all her friends from this vicious monster, this machine that's taking over.
What's the machine?
Well, Arcade is a new type of game, and it's based on virtual reality. So when you enter the game, you're consumed. It's almost like a casket. And there's an eyepiece that comes up to your eyes, and there are two cyber gloves which enable you to touch this reality, to actually pick things up in this other world. And you have a joystick that can move you through the lands. And there are 8 lands in all, and it's a journey across these lands to find the heart of this game. I won't tell you any more.
What are the different levels?
Oh, well, there's one level in a volcano where we have to go down the slopes of the volcano. There's another level where we have to cross a river. We have to choose between. There are 2 people we have to choose from: the liar and the truth teller, and figure out who it is, and cross the river and go to the City of Truth. There's another level where we're in a motorcycle and we're going through tunnels, and there are death riders who actually pursue you, and you have to avoid them. There's a few others, but I'll let those be.
Are you riding a motorcycle?
Yes. Yes.
Do you really ride a motorcycle in this film?
Through the magic of film.
Ah, okay.
But actually, the best level, the scariest level, is level 8. Because what's even more unique about Arcade is that it reacts to the individual. It changes according to each person. And level 8 is the mystery level. Nobody knows what it is. And I'll tell you a secret, it goes into your past. And what you're most afraid of, it'll bring out. It'll make you face your deepest, darkest fears.
Is that your favorite level?
Well, I know it's my favorite. It's the scariest. It's the most interesting.
What's your favorite level?
I guess if I had to pick a level I liked, it's probably the journey across the water. I think it's the most interesting because it's a calm level. There's no running. It's a slow row across the river, and some things happen to Alex in that level that she doesn't expect.
How did they shoot that?
Well, we're using a blue screen. They'll be going in and they'll be actually covering this in, I think, a location in Hawaii. And we'll be wearing because we have different suits. When we're in the game, we have our own black combat suit with a helmet. And they'll put the screen in the background, and the computer animation is amazing. I don't even understand it. It's so advanced. They will go in and they'll take a video, we'll shoot it on video, they'll put the screen in the back, they'll fill the back with the location, and then they'll add effects, because this isn't reality, it's virtual reality. So things are just a little off. It's not quite real. And that's what makes it scary. Because you think you're there, but are you there? Are you not there? It keeps you on your seat. Albert Pune and I have a lot in common. We both come from Hawaii. And it was just so interesting because we actually crossed paths in our past and had no idea. When I was 8 running around, he was working in the same building as my parents. So, you know, this was destined. And it's nice because I understand his way of thinking because it's my way of thinking. We had the same upbringing, and Hawaii's a little laid back, I guess you could say. And it makes it real comfortable. It's really nice to work with Albert.
What was the best part about going back to Hawaii to do this movie?
Well, I don't go back to Hawaii. Should I pretend? No, they go back to Hawaii and I don't get to go. I'm serious. No, because they're going to be filling it with a blue screen. So Albert and his crew gets to go, and the actors don't get to go. But to tell you the truth, the stuff that they're going to be shooting in Hawaii is very dangerous, high action stunts that they're going to need to double for. It's not in my contract.
Right. Can you tell me about your co-star?
Peter Billingsley. Peter's great. We're having a lot of fun. We have a lot to play off of. He's a very talented actor, and it's a pleasure to work with someone who really comes in as professional and knows his character, and we've created a really nice relationship, I think, that plays well. It's a little different. It makes it a little more interesting. It's not a typical, you know, he's not my boyfriend, and so there's a little bit of a tension there, and why he actually helps me, because I have this crazy idea that this game is alive. Nobody believes me, and he's the only one that believes me, and we're having a lot of fun so far, except for the flooding. We're having a good time, yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about the scene that you're filming right now?
This is the scene. It's the end of the movie. Well, actually, no, it's not. The scene that we just shot right now is where we actually confront Arcade. We know what it is, we've got the hints, and we're going to go in to save our friends. And at first, Nick doesn't want Alex to go because I'm not very good at these games. I'm not a very tough person. And there's no choice for me to go because I have to save Greg, I have to save my boyfriend. So it's really the start of the real adventure, because this is where this is life and death now.
Who drives it?
Well, actually, that's the thing, is we're both involved in the game. We're both our whole body is inside the game. So we control ourselves, which is fortunate, because in what you'll see is that one of us will go to the end.
Who's the bad guy?
Well, the bad guys are Arcade. It's an experimental game. It hasn't been fully tested out, and in fact, that's what's happening. Is we're the guinea pigs for this new game. And it turns out what they modeled it after, they shouldn't have. It's a little off and doesn't fit what they thought. And I'm not going to tell you because it'll spoil it.
Are there any other cast members that I'd be interested in?
Sharon, let's see, who? Sharon Farrell. Sharon Farrell is my mother. Wonderful. She's got a very significant role in this film. Seth Green is another actor who's in it, and he plays one of our gang. I don't know.
What's it? Okay, both you and Albert came from Hawaii. What's it like working with him?
Working with Albert? Well, like I say, we have the same disposition. We're both come from this, lackadaisical upbringing. So you always feel like you're eased into a performance. It says real calm, but we get a lot of work done, which is important. We're not wasting any time.
We have 2 minutes? Okay, what makes him unique as a director? Style? He looks different from Charlie?
Albert Pune's a very dynamic director. He has a vision for each of his films, and particularly Arcade has a look and a distinction all of its own. So it's nice to feel a part of something that's going to be unique and different.
last, what they say? Okay.
I can come back and do
Have
more.
one last.
Okay, let's see what we were talking about video here.
I'm sorry. We just shot a scene where we were in solid smoke for the whole scene, so my lungs are a little
You
congested.
like to smoke or not?
No.
Okay.
But, you know, it gets you into the moment and you really feel like you're making a movie, but after about 4 hours it starts to weigh down heavy on you.
This is a movie about dangerous video games.
Yes.
You think video games are dangerous?
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that video games are dangerous. I think it brings up the point that when you put your faith it can be addicting. If you let it into your life, it can be a vice. I think just like anything else, anything can be a vice, from eating to drugs. I think this movie really talks about confronting your own feelings and confronting your own fears and coming to terms with them and not letting another force control you, something as trivial as a game, because it's really about Alex's confrontation with herself, and it just so happens this evil video game has made her do it. And what the game actually is about, the whole destruction of the game, the reason the game is so evil is it's not set up properly. It's a little off, and in itself, the game has to do that itself. The game is trying to make its own confrontation on its own, and it's a negative confrontation instead of a positive one.
Do you think there's a positive side to video games?
I think anything that's entertaining is positive. I think that humans need a diversion, something to take themselves out of their reality, something to bring pleasure and joy to their lives, whether it's throwing a football or a Nintendo game. But you have to be careful how important they become to you. If you can't deal with people and you can only deal with a game, I think that's when life gets a little scary, when you don't know how to relate to people in reality.
I think that's it.
Did you wanted to ask me about why arcade is different from any other video game?
Ask why is arcade different from video games?
Well, the reason that arcade is so unique is it deals with a virtual reality is the technical term. It's a whole new breakthrough in computer technology where you actually enter the screen. Even though you're standing here and your hand is moving like this, if you have the equipment on you, you're actually reaching out for something. Say it's a can of soda. You're picking up the can of soda and pouring it, even though there's nothing there. And so it's the most brilliant, amazing technology that's very advanced. And it brings you beyond, it brings you into another reality.
That's it.
That's it?
Yep.
All right, cool.
Big Brother.
Big Brother.
Okay, Megan, what's the best thing about working on this movie?
The best thing about working on this movie is that you feel like you're part of a family. Everyone's real close, and the lighting's really good, and all the electrical stuff.
Wait, let's do it again. Get it in quick. When he says that, just keep on listening. Ready? What's the best thing about working on this movie?
The best thing about working on this movie is you really feel like you're part of a family. Everyone's really close, and you get to know everyone. And like,
Hey,
family. Actually,
lighting's all right.
this is my brother Eric, and he's best boy electrician.
Do it
Hey.
again. You gotta get right behind it.
Right here.
Best thing about this movie is
Say it
you.
again.
The best thing about this movie is you feel like you're part of a family. Everyone's really close, and they treat you like they're your brothers. Hey, did you hear me? Did you get the cue?
What's my cue?
This is my brother Eric.
Hi, how are you? So it is.
It's a.
What's he doing here?
I'm the best boy electrician. So I do all the cable and lighting, all this cabling and
All
the
that
power
cabling
and
and-
all that kind of stuff.
Is Megan always this difficult, or is it only here?
Oh yeah, this. She's the best.
Oh, come on now, tell the truth.
Yeah, good stuff. Anyway, get back to your interview, okay? You're the star.
Thanks, Eric. working with your family. Okay.
He was
Hi.
his older brother.
Hello.
This is AJ, by the way.
AJ,
This is
what's your
AJ.
favorite level?
I don't really have. Well, the favorite level. What is it? Level 4? When I get to
The
attack
level,
her?
that level.
The level with the boat scene and stuff like that. When I get to just come out and tell Alex everything I think of her, the character Alex, and it's a big
Ward.
conflict in it. Megan Ward, and I wish I could kick her butt, but in the end she gets me.
She
and
saves
I don't
your
get
life,
it,
man.
but she does save my life. But that's a big turnaround in everything, because I start out hating the world and everything, and especially not liking her, and then that kind of turns me around, and I turn out to be a nice girl.
This game was real. I think people would like it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can't help but like it. It's so intense.
It's very intense.
It's a game where it's like completely real.
If anyone
real.
wanted to take over the world,
It would take you beyond the boundaries of
reality.
Reality will never be the
will
same.
never be the same.
Kiss reality goodbye is what we're saying, basically.
You guys wear those gloves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's gloves to help you like feel like you're actually touching stuff, and there's goggles so everything's like in 3D, and there's speakers right behind your ears. It's like what NASA's doing with the the testing and flying fighter pilots,
Yeah,
so they
like
don't
the
like,
people-
so
but
they
with
don't have
those
to actually be
things-
in a plane. It's like
See,
test
when you
pilot.
say, like, if they would market it and stuff like that, see, NASA has something that's like this, except people died from it. People can die from it because it's so intense. That's what's so freaky about this, because it really, I mean, if it was
truly
realistic,
intense.
it's truly intense.
Okay, pretend the game was real, and you all went on it.
Okay.
You just came off it, and it's like, explain it to me. What was it like?
Sweating,
sweaty.
My
It was my mind.
hair
is
off. My hair
It's
is
incredible.
sweating
Just
My mind is
a
probably
million miles an hour. It's just everything's psychotic.
100 miles and running is what we're basically saying.
Shoom.
There is no stopping the game.
Oh, it's
Arcade will
crazy.
rule the world. There is no escape. Oh, stop! It's too intense.
Oh no.
You guys
So,
had fun.
oh yeah, we've all had a wonderful
I'm having a
opportunity to
horrible
bond.
time.
Is what we're
I
saying.
can't
bonding
stand
as
the
a
people
group.
I'm working with.
It's male and female bond.
I can't work in these conditions.
It's freezing cold down here though. We're working.
But it's fun.
Somebody
It's
call
really kinda cold
SAG
and wet.
because I want to complain.
I like the drought.
What drought? There's like 8 feet of rain outside. It's rained twice, solid for 2. It's rained solid for 2 days. I left a bottle out of my
had a
house
cold.
a foot high and it filled up. So I don't see how they can say, well, we only have 2.5 inches of rain. I figure we got like, what is it? This much
babbles.
rain. It's so.
Well,
No,
you
I don't
shut up.
babble. Like, one thing I don't do is babble. That's one thing I just don't do. If somebody tells me to be quiet, I can be quiet.
Anyway.
Now, who is, one thing I'm not really clear on is arcade.
It's the game.
It's the game. It's the
it's the
soul
mind of the
inside the
game.
game.
And whose soul is it?
The
Well,
kid.
we can't
the
tell you. It's a
abuse-
secret. No, hey,
Oh,
it's a secret.
Because I didn't know. So tell me.
Okay.
I don't really know who the soul is of arcade.
That's like the whole surprise of the movie, man. You want us to like blow the ending?
I won't.
This is on video camera broadcast, like the entertainment channel. Look, pal, I know what you're up to. All right. No, it's like a they took brain cells from an abused boy.
Yeah.
Brain
kid who got-
cells, not shells.
His mom
I said
like
cells.
his mom used to physically abuse him,
And she knocked him down the steps.
and he got messed up in the brain. So they like made the game with these brain cells that this kid had.
They thought it was
and,
all brain dead.
And
Then
he
he came
fucked
back to
mommy
life.
up real good.
To quote the script, hey man, blame Dave Goyer. We didn't write it.
What scene are you filming right now?
Right now, we're filming the scenes where we all meet Arcade for the first
Yeah.
time. And
Yeah.
the one character, Nick, who's like the best video gamesman around, tries the game. Ow. tries the game out.
and it just takes him out of it. He just can't even
He
handle
slams
it.
the escape button. Sorry. Slams
then
the escape button and gets out.
Greg, my love, goes in and
so
tries it,
jealous.
and
And he gets sucked in.
and he gets
He's the
sucked
first one
into
to
it.
get sucked
He's
in.
the first one.
And it like you can't you can't shut the game off. They give us home versions, and that's how we all get sucked in because you it'll be all right. It'll be all right. You can't shut the game off.
Stop that.
Yeah, so we're having lots of fun here.
No, I want out. They won't let me out.
But we are having fun. Okay.
Sit down again.
Nice studio.
Strike the pose.
So what do you think of Albert Hughes?
He's the coolest guy.
Albert is the best.
He's
I
the
love Albert.
greatest guy ever.
Albert is not only brilliant, but he works well with people and
he
kids,
does.
and he respects them,
He's a
and I
beautiful,
like that.
beautiful man.
He listens
he
to our
respects
input.
our opinions.
He listens to our input.
He lets us talk, and if we want to improv a scene, he lets us do it. Like he'll let us just. He said, "What feels natural," and he'll let us do it.
He's
Look,
a
she's
cool
exposed
guy.
on TV.
Yeah, Albert is. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just becoming one big happy family.
Happy
It's,
family.
An ancestral family, but a family nonetheless.
It's
Rain.
That's Rain.
And
What's that thing that we're looking at behind you?
that's one of the sets. That's
Like that TV. Can you see the TV?
Oh, that's Arcade.
that's the video image of Arcade before they like totally vamp it up and make it amazingly evil.
Yeah. With the eye.
Lost it under the rain. Here we go.
Let's get ready. I'm going to ask you as soon as they do that.
Oh, that's the rough work for Arcade. They'll
That's
they'll
the
like
little arcade boy.
they'll
or
vamp it up
whatever.
and make it like evil looking and stuff.
Let's try that again.
Oh, what's the problem, man?
As I'm focused on it, I'm going to zoom out.
He's kidding. He's kidding.
Don't take me seriously, man.
What are we looking at here?
That's the video image of Arcade that'll like be on the front monitor of the video game, and they'll like do all sorts of computer graphics to it and make it look
Cool.
evil and computer.
Bad boy. That's like
Let's try it again. That makes sense.
the makes sense.
Oh, you said that.
Ready?
No, go
What's
ahead.
that thing behind you there?
Oh, I don't know.
That's Arcade. That's the little picture of Arcade that we see on the
On the
video
video
game.
Is that really
the monitor
Arcade?
and stuff.
That is.
I mean, is that what arcade really looks
Well,
like?
it's like the video image.
It's what
See,
he.
Arcade's all over. Arcade's the soul. There's
You ever
no.
meet him?
No. Well, Alex
we
does at
don't.
the end. Alex.
We kind of do. We do, but it's only implied. We meet
They
him
only
and he,
took his
he-
brain
he
cells.
screws
They
us
didn't
up,
take his body. So
and he makes
it's like.
us into like these boat keepers and stuff.
Okay, why don't you guys get out of here? I had it.
Okay.
What? Look, pal.
Wait, what?
I don't like these comments, all right, man? Come on.
No,
Come on.
second.
Don't hold me back. Don't hold me back. See ya.
Peace.
Thanks.
Bye.